I decided to conduct a small social media experiment to understand how different users of social media apps engage with certain apps and why. I began by creating an interview of 21 questions, which will hopefully help us understand the topic, which is what is our decision making process when posting our profile pictures on social media apps? There seems to be many claims by researchers that social media apps can create pressures on users to engage or keep up with other users, especially influencers. And what happens when the results do not meet our expectations? Sometimes, when users engage, some of their posts do not receive the response user is expecting. A post can go viral or flunk. And how does this impact us socially? And more importantly, psychologically? Many social media users keep their profile pic the same for many years, or replace it constantly with a new or an existing photo the user has previously posted. Why? Why do we choose to revert back to our best looking photo? Self esteem wise, I believe it is important for us to understand what we are getting ourselves into by posting the perfect picture of ourselves. Are we setting ourselves up for failure? My name is Jaime Lopez, and I am a full-time student at NYU. I'm about to graduate, and I am a filmmaker in the making.
My name is Abel Soto. I'm from LA and I am a filmmaker.
My name is Eva. I'm Bulgarian and currently living in LA. And I love hiking. And I'm in data analytics and technology.
My name is Dennis. I'm 22 years old. I came here from Italy. My parents are Albanian. Started going to school here. I went to Hunter, taking an English course. Then I started working in a restaurant.
My name is Maurilio Carnino. I'm Italian. I live in New York City since 22 years. Prior to New York City, I lived in Spain, and I'm a casting director and I'm a scouter for the fashion industry.
My name is Sophie Daxo. I'm from country Georgia originally, and I live in New York for 21 years, and I work in luxury retail.
How active am I on social media? I would say more than I want to be.
Pretty active on social media, I would say.
I'm very active.
It's mostly the social media for messaging with friends, like staying, reaching out with my friends.
I'm daily active in the social media, but more in a reading way, more in a voyeuristic way. I'm not posting. I'm not interacting.
I'd say I'm pretty active.
How many social media platforms do I use? Well, let's see. There's Facebook, which seems to be the one I use the most. There is Instagram, which I started to use less and less. I do use Grindr. I do use Tinder.
I use about 4 or 5 social media accounts. I use Instagram, Facebook, Grindr, and Scruff are probably my top 4.
I'm very active, specifically on Instagram. I use Instagram, Facebook occasionally. I use other platforms such as YouTube, just to consume media most of the time. Reddit sometimes, and Medium. Hinge, Bumble I used to use before. Hinge mostly.
I used to have many, but right now I have only maybe 1 or 2. I used to have Facebook still live, but I don't use it anymore because for me it got old.
I have several accounts on social media, which are Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and another one I can't remember.
I only use Instagram and Facebook. Bumble, mostly Bumble, Hinge, And I used Tinder when it first came out.
My favorite social media account would have to be a mix of Facebook and I would say Grindr. Facebook because I love interaction. Same thing with Grindr. You know, Grindr. Some people use it just simply to hook up, and some people use it as a social media platform, as a way to chat with people.
Favorite social media platform would be Instagram. I'm just very much into photos and photography, and you know, that's pretty much what it is, you know, well, what it started off as is, you know, nothing but photos.
This would be Instagram because the content is very visual, and it's based on, it's very simple to use, and it's based on visual communication. It also helps me a lot of the times. I find myself asking new people that I meet, what's the best way to contact you? And a lot of the times this is Instagram. It allows for immediate communication, immediate context of what the other person does, and it bridges a gap between communication as well.
Like I said, I like Instagram, but I mean, that's why I feel more comfortable with. I don't know, I've been there for a long time already, so I just like it for the features.
My favorite social media is TikTok because I found it to be a little light than other type of social media.
Instagram, because like you have to make more effort to post the perfect picture.
So, what do I love most about social media, and what do I like the least? Well, I love how instantaneous everything is. How in a matter of a press of a button, you can release information. There's a flip side to that. You know, is the information correct? But what I love about it is the ability for you to create your own world, to express yourself. What I like the least about it, as I mentioned, is misinformation, or using this technology against us for propaganda.
What I love about social media is how far of a reach that it has and how instant it is. What I like least about it is how it can put pressure on artists to catch up to everyone else that's constantly posting. I feel that these social media platforms do put pressure, you know, with the whole likes and, you know, followers, and, you know, it gives you this false sense of accomplishment.
Most I like connecting with friends and keeping up with friends, even older friends, people that I haven't talked to for a year, as well as family and people I meet. What I like least about social media, it's highly addictive. Spending hours a day in social media is taking a lot of my time as well as my energy, and friends share that with me as well.
What I like most about, probably because is everything is live. I can watch live video. I can see videos. Also, like the variety of things on it is so much.
What I like most of the social media is the concept of staying in touch with people. Especially at the beginning when Facebook came out, it was like great to get in touch with so many people that I lost contact with. And what I like the least of on those platforms is the need of attention of not everyone, but you know, certain people.
The best part about social media is the fact that, you know, it can be very informative. You can find out, like, you know, where your favorite event is, or, you know, art shows, or music, fashion, or you name it. I mean, whatever you're interested in, you can actually find it. But the fact that I don't like, it can get like a little too much. People post too much of too much body parts, especially, that I really appreciate, or I'm just not into it. And there are a lot of fake athletes out there.
The last time I updated my profile pic on any of these platforms was probably about 2 weeks ago.
I guess the hookup social media apps, I would say I switch it up more often.
Yes, so on Instagram, it was probably around 5 months ago. And in Facebook, I haven't updated it for about 2 years.
I'm not really a fanatic of changing pics or posting pics, but I don't know, when I post a profile pic, I usually keep this pic for a couple of years or 3 years.
Last time I updated my picture, it was on Facebook, and it was summer 2020.
Probably last year, last summer. I think my photo is from last summer.
Why did I decide to change my profile pic? Well, I thought it was getting old. Honestly, I like interaction on Facebook or any application. And when you get on and you don't have any messages, well, you haven't really been playing part of the game. And sometimes playing part of the game is reposting, or, if there's this great image you have of yourself and it has a lot of likes, if you repost it, it gets more likes and more tractions than.
I update my profile picture when I feel like it's time for change. I want to switch it up. I want something fresh. Maybe I'm looking better at the moment, is when I feel like I switch it up.
Instagram, my last picture is actually from a few years ago. And you took that picture. I decided to update it with that because I was starting a new beginning, and I felt that the energy on that photo and the look is what I'm aspired to do more.
Just speak the current pictures for you.
I decided to update my profile picture because I snapped a picture, I liked it, I uploaded it.
Is the profile photo that I chose as my profile pic recent? Well, no. I think this photo was taken in 2019.
Yeah, I always choose recent photos to post.
Yeah, it was 5 years ago. No, 3 to 4 years. 4 years ago.
Yeah, it is. It's a recent photo. It's probably from last summer.
Yes, extremely recent.
Probably last year, last summer. I think my photo is from last summer.
Do I repost photos of myself? Yes, absolutely. And it's the same reason why we all post things, is because we want attention, approval, or recognition.
I do not repost photos of myself. I'm not that vain.
So reposting, I used to repost pictures because I looked good on them, or I had a really good memory.
Repost the same pic of myself? More than once? Never. I don't know, I just think like people, they already see them once, why they should they see them twice? I don't know.
I never repost pictures of myself because I found it redundant, I found it boring, and I found that if I look at my wall, I don't want to see the same picture 3 times or 2 times. Maybe I did in some occasion on the feed of Facebook when it keep feeding you. Remember 3 years ago you did this.
I usually don't, like really once in a while. I don't like to repost. I like posting new photos, new experiences.
Have I ever altered any of my photos, like my profile pics? I mean, yeah, I think all of us have.
I alter pics if I feel like maybe it needs a little edit or a little tweak.
Yes, I did. I occasionally use filters. I played around in the past with skin retouch kind of apps.
Yes, I do sometimes. Depends. I mean, Because usually I take pictures with my phone, so my phone doesn't take really good pictures, so I need to, fix them with some applications.
I never alter my photo, ever.
Well, it'll be a lie if I say no. I've altered a few of my beach photos.
We've all gone through the world of filters. That doesn't seem such a big deal nowadays, but there are applications where you can smooth lines on your face, and I've done that before, although not to the same degree that I've seen other people. Some people look like spirits, like ghosts walking around.
I like using filters. I don't do it too often, but it's usually if the photo is, maybe a little dark, I'll brighten it up, or, I feel like my eyes look a little tired.
I use less and less filters now. I would use a filter if, let's say, the colors are vividly stronger life rather than on the picture. But just for that effect.
None of my photos are Photoshop, even because I don't know how to use that app.
I did use filters. I did use very evident, very like obvious filter, like being like whatever, a soldier in the 1200, or being like.
I don't Photoshop. I don't do Photoshop. Filters sometimes.
How often do I decide to change my profile pic? I would say every month. During the deepest part of the pandemic, there was a point when I was updating my profile picture every 2 weeks with an older profile picture that had a lot of likes.
Again, the way I decide on which profile pic I'm gonna use depends on which app I'm using. If I'm using a hookup app, then I'm gonna use a photo that's gonna get me laid.
Yeah, that's a great question. Makes me analyze my behavior, my friends group, and I'm looking to understand like their behavior. So I'm looking to mimic that. But something that I really liked as a profile picture is me in full body, and like I was in the desert and like having my legs and arms fully extended.
I would probably pick that photo that will be my current mood. I don't know if I like this time. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of classic.
I decide the photo that I upload in the profile picture based on what I like in that moment. If I like a picture, then I upload it.
The photo, speaks for itself. Like, you take few photos and then boom, there's just one that your instinct tells you like 100%. This is it. It's a perfect profile picture. So there you go.
Do I feel like I have to keep up with people on social media by posting photos of my activity and my lifestyle? Yes, I've posted photos of me on vacation and doing nice, extravagant, fun things. But some of those photos do not necessarily get the reaction that I want. I notice that when I post photos of myself, of what I look like, of like a selfie, I'll get more likes. But if I post a photo of me on vacation, there's not as many likes. And I'm wondering whether, people are jaded because they're at home.
Do I feel like I need to keep up with posting photos of me and my lifestyle? There was a time where I did. Again, that goes back to the pressure, and that's a different type of pressure, I guess, but not anymore. No, especially after the pandemic. I just, I look at things differently now.
There is a certain feeling that I have when I haven't posted for a while. And sometimes I do feel like I need to have some presence.
This is kind of jealousy, I think. If someone like, okay, I'll post a pic because someone else do it, I mean, it's like, okay, I'm jealous because he's doing that, so I'm gonna do that too. But for me, it's like, I'll do it my own.
I felt I needed to catch up and pick up with people on social media. I was checking how many followers I had, and if I had more following a day or on another day, that lasts. And then I just, I don't feel that I need to catch up with people.
No, I don't. I don't have to keep up with anybody. I just have to keep up with myself.
How often do I post photos of my lifestyle? I would say 3 to 4 times a month because I like to eat out.
Pretty regularly, but I don't know, in comparison to others, not too often. Maybe once or twice a month.
I post probably at least once a week, if not once to 7 times a week.
I actually try to keep this like I try to avoid this.
I rarely post pictures of my lifestyle.
Whenever there's something interesting going on, I'm happy to share. I'm more than happy to share. I actually love it. It's not every day, so it can be every other month, I guess, depending.
How often do I post photos of me on vacation? Not as often. Vacations to me are a little bit more private. They're kind of like my time to get away.
Well, I don't go on vacation too often, so I try to find ways to or photos that are not so look at me, I want you to be jealous of me on vacation.
This would be hiking. So every time I would do it, unless it's something that's like, or I'm with people that I really, really enjoy spending time with. Experience a lot of joy, experience a lot of positive emotions. That's when I would do a post.
I want to like show other people what I'm doing because I mean this is my private life. I don't want everybody else, okay, I'm doing this, that, this, where I am, like.
I rarely post photos of me on vacation, but I do sometimes because they're like if it's like a nice memory, a nice moment, and I'm with friends and I want to remember, then I post it.
Pretty much every time when I'm on vacation, there is a moment that I just cannot not share.
My favorite people to follow on social media would be some of my old friends. I love people who make me laugh. I love people who love to post funny memes. I'm in love with dog videos.
My favorites are usually people that post inspiring things, motivating things. And then I also like people that post funny things.
People that are very driven, people that are involved in things that I'm passionate about, let's say political changes.
I follow not many people on social media, but if I have to follow someone, it has to be someone that I really like, maybe an actor, maybe I follow some good actors or I follow soccer players because I love soccer.
My favorite people to follow on social media are not actually really people, they are animals. They are like cats, dogs, birds. So there's funny video with like.
Well, I usually follow people who inspire me, who are, artists mostly, musicians, designers, creators, just creative people.